Lights, camera, action. Yeah, there you go. Huh? Doing good. Yeah, can't complain. Well, no, just today. Just today. Normally I would take 400, but I haven't eaten yet. Yeah, that's okay. We'll wait. We will. Yeah. I apologize. My dog is whining in the background. Apparently, you gotta be quiet. I can hear you, yeah, but you might not be able to be heard on the live stream.
Okay, can you hear me, Angela?
I can hear you, but I'm watching you on my Zoom thing, and there's a delay for the other. You're still on the YouTube, you're not able to be heard.
Okay, sorry about
Now
that.
you are. Now
Now
you are.
I think
Yeah.
everyone can hear me now.
Yeah, they can hear you now.
I was sitting here talking to DC Cat, and there was no response. And I was like, "How you doing, DC?" And no response, no response. And like, "Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, you can't hear me. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Lynn, can you hear me now?"
You'll have to give her a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. It's always
Yay.
good. I am. I.
Audio fixed.
How is everyone doing today?
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Okay. All right. I was wearing these clunkers because my AirPods were really low, and so I it was charging, and so now I just had to put them in, and now I'm up to 76%. So I'm good on my audio.
Yeah.
Robert, I'm doing good. Getting by. Actually, no, I'm doing great. Actually, I I've been telling you guys how I keep on increasing my niacin amounts, and
Mhm.
the different thing is I'm working on my next video, which will be out Monday morning, and in the video I actually filmed like how much I take in it, and I was taking I had like four pills, and which added up to 1,200 1,200 milligrams of niacin, and I filmed it, and I'm right before I'm gonna go live on Monday, or it goes before the video goes live on Monday, and I already cranked it up to more 200 more. So
Yeah.
I'm up to 400 or 1400 now.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to see how far I will go. You know, I'm feeling great, and I think that everyone would. I'm interested to read in the comments about how much are you guys taking?
Yeah. Yeah, I've gradually upped myself to 800.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
800. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good amount.
Yeah.
The reason why I kind of like wait want to make it up to 1500 is because
Yeah.
it's just three pills instead of the I take two of the 500s and now I'm
Right.
taking four of the 100s. So it's like just a little bit more, and then I can just have just three pills
Right.
of the
Yeah.
nice, and then nicotinamide is a whole nother thing. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, Robert, you really got to start taking nice, and yes, exercise is amazing.
Yeah.
I will definitely agree with you. I honestly, I speculate now. I'm like, I can't imagine what my life would be now without exercise, and not
Yeah.
because just for the simple fact that what it's doing to me. I think it's the combination of exercise, all my essentials, and niacin.
Hmm. Yeah. Niacin has quickly become the sixth essential on your list.
It is.
Yeah.
And I don't want I don't want to coin the phrase that I have six essentials just because I don't know. Maybe I'll
Yeah.
have a seventh. Who
Yeah,
knows?
that's right.
I don't
You never
know.
know.
I mean, but the way I feel now, it's like I can't see the need to add anymore. But
Yeah.
I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Right. Yeah, because we didn't expect to figure out niacin
Yeah,
when we
I
did.
know.
So, yeah.
DC, yeah, I don't know how we come out with a supplement, and do I want to do that? It's like I know that. I mean, I know how these guys make them. I mean, they just get the ingredients and they put them in little capsules. But it's like, well, first of all, I want, I would, of course want like to get approved. If I'm gonna sell it, I want it to be like a legit across the board, and that's
Yeah.
just a headache because then you have to have a whole like manufacturing process, and it's like no.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, and I heard the did you hear about that Angela? Did you hear about that that horror story
Which
a
one?
while back with how this one person was making supplements, and
Hmm.
something went wrong, and they were making people sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I kind of I don't want to touch that.
Mm-mm. No. Maybe a niacin manufacturer can sponsor you later on.
Or yes,
There you go.
but but it's like okay, it's nice and it's vitamin B3. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
it's no special concoction. It's
Right.
no like you know
Yeah. It's one
anything.
of your
It's
basic supplements.
it is. It's just a basic vitamin. And I think that's what's more appealing to everyone is the fact that always use the term niacin, but no, everyone forgets that it's just vitamin B3. I mean,
Right.
we have all the vitamins, and
Hmm.
I mean they all have their own individual names, other
Right.
than vitamin
And
C,
purpose.
vitamin B, vitamin A.
Yeah.
They all have their own names.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and so I think Robert, I really think you should at least dip your toe in the water, so to speak. Um,
Yeah.
I think Okay, your vitamin. I can already tell you that your vitamin B complex. You listed off what vitamin or what supplements you take. I can tell you that the B complex does not have nearly enough
No, it has
B3
about
in it.
20 milligrams because
Yeah,
I take a
which
sublingual multi B complex,
yeah,
and the niacin is at 20%
yeah,
or
exactly.
20 milligrams, 20
Yeah,
milligrams.
exactly. And so if you're taking a B complex, yeah, okay, you're getting your whatever amounts of your other vitamins, but you're not getting anywhere near what you need for what for our purposes.
Right.
And I think that starting off, as Angela said, you know, if unless you're in the hundreds of milligrams, the niacin is not enough. You have to go out and buy your own your own. Just look for it. I think I buy mine from NutriCost, uh, and it is they sell them in hundreds,
Yeah.
100 milligrams, and then 500 milligrams. And I now take two 500 and 400. So I think I just need to go up one more notch, and then I'll just make it three 500s and make it really simple on me because my brain is about to explode with all this information.
Yeah, but I do recommend you start low. Like I bought these 50 milligram niacin tablets. I got it on Amazon, and I was cutting them in half to start with 25 milligrams.
Yeah,
And then started with 25. The next day I did 50. I took a whole pill, and then just went from there and gradually build it up. Otherwise, some of these flashing episodes can be quite uncomfortable. Um, and it's not that you're getting hurt or anything. You're just like panicking because you're like, why am I overheating kind of
oh,
thing.
no, no, actually, DC just said in the comments, she said, I took niacin about a half an hour ago, and I'm really
Yeah.
red, and
Yeah.
it feels
It'll do
good.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
DC, I'm the same way. I feel I when I take it, I mean, now I know when it kicks in because you feel it, and it's hard to
Yeah.
describe what it feels like. I think it's different for everyone. I mean,
Yeah.
some people have itching, some people have different symptoms, whatever. I know I'm getting. Uh, I know it's kicking in when I start feeling numb around my mouth. Not
Yeah.
numb, tingly. Not
Yeah.
numb, tingly. I feel
Yeah.
like little tingles in my mouth, and I'm like, okay, it's kicking in. And
Yeah.
then, but yeah, it feels great for me.
Yeah.
Um, and I think when originally started it, it's a whole evolution. When I first started it, I would hate flushing. It was the
Yeah.
craziest thing. I'm like, I don't want to flush. Now I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm flushing. I mean,
Yeah.
for instance, this morning, I went in went in the bathroom and looked in the mirror, and I was boom, beet red. I mean, I was
Yeah.
bright red, and I was just like, all right, you know, I don't mind because I know what it's
Yeah.
doing in my head is it's going in and it's clearing out all that myelin debris that's floating around in my head, and
Mhm.
that's and they say the scientists say that that's one of the main obstacles that are that's preventing remyelination from happening in us is
Yeah.
the fact that that debris is just floating around in there and it stops oligodendrocytes from actually doing the work on remyelinating.
Right.
Yes, okay, good. I've convinced Robert. Okay.
Yeah. Did you still lose the hearing of his voice, or are we good on
No,
the
no,
audio again?
he says it's back. Says
Okay, good.
lost hearing the voice, but now he says I will definitely give it a shot. Good,
Yeah.
good.
Hopefully you won't regret it.
Yeah, you know, I know you won't regret it
Yeah.
because I mean it's you gotta start small. Do what
Yeah,
Angela
you have
did.
to start small.
Start small.
Yeah.
if you get the tablets, you can cut them in half, and
Yeah.
you can even make it smaller the amount you increase by. But
Right.
I I don't mind increasing by hundreds because I have the 100 capsules, so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm fine with capsules.
Yeah.
Robert, how was the weather in Arizona? It's good. It's lovely out. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful day. We had some rain earlier this week, but nothing now.
Yeah.
Um, let's hear. Let me put the weather. What is the weather right now? It's only 64 degrees.
Wow.
It's kind of chilly,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it's 60. It's supposed to be in the 80s for today, and then it's going back up to the 90s next week,
Yeah.
which is which is fine with me. Angela and I were talking before the chat. Oh, hey Caroline, how you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Angela and I were talking before the chat about the weather, and we were talking about how the weather here in Arizona is so much different than or in the Southwest, I should say, in the continental United States.
Yeah.
It's different because like for instance, Angela's up in Washington, and
Yeah.
to her, if it was 90 degrees up there, it would be steaming hot,
Brutal. It would be
brutal,
brutal. Yeah.
yes. But down here, 90 is totally fine.
Yeah. We're at 55 degrees right now.
Yeah,
So, and that seems warm for here.
yeah. Well, I haven't been out today. Actually, I've been inside all day. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's supposed to be. They say it's in the 60s right now, but it's gonna shoot up because I don't know. I don't know. Who can say what the weather's gonna do?
That's true.
Okay, we got another. Hey, how's it
Yes.
going?
Can't do that.
Yeah, no, no, yeah, Robert. Your friend is up in the 90s next week. Yeah, that's what they're saying down here. I mean, we're only 3 hours away from Phoenix, so
Right.
pretty much. Even though in the summer it does get a little bit warmer in Phoenix because the way the way Phoenix is, it's kind of shaped like a bowl, the terrain, and so it keeps the heat in. So that's why things can get really hot in Phoenix. But
Yeah.
once you get out of that like area, it you normally it's about a 10-degree difference between Phoenix and here. So
Wow.
yeah, but all right.
Yeah. Well, does anyone have any questions about any of the MS essentials that Steve talks about on his channel?
The video I'm working on right now is talking about nice and sleep. It's a good one. It's a good one. So everyone watching, everyone, make sure set your alarm. And I expect you when this goes live in the middle of the night at midnight. I want everyone to watch it and comment and love it and like it
Yeah.
and just say great things at midnight. No, no, you can't wait a minute beyond midnight.
Well, that'll work for the people in the UK because it'll be 8 o'clock in the morning for them.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be awake at midnight.
Oh, come on. Why not?
Well, Steve tells me I've got to implement these sleep habits, and that just doesn't work.
I
I gotta
say
go to sleep at
you
midnight.
need to get 8 hours of sleep every night. But I don't say when those 8 hours should be. I think what you should
Um,
do is you should stay awake all night and sleep all day, like
no, can't
kind
do
of like a
that.
shift worker.
I'll catch it when I wake up at 6 a.m. Yep. My dog pretty much wakes me up at 6 a.m.
Unless master, I would say, what vitamin do you? What I think is the best by far, hands down, niacin, vitamin B3, and there's ample research on vitamin B3 uh, that for us specific with MS, it's a vital. That's maybe I should call niacin one of my essential elements.
Yeah, yeah. It's kind of becoming the star of the show lately.
Yeah.
Because you've tried it, I've tried it. Our friend in Michigan, Todd, he's tried it and he's having good results. So yeah.
Yeah, I now I think I have 4 or 5 now recent videos about niacin on my channel, and
Yeah.
Caroline, my next one will be on Monday, in the middle of the night will be launched.
Yeah.
Of course, I won't launch it. I will schedule it so it will do it by itself.
Yep. And you'll be asleep.
Yeah,
You'll be asleep when it launches.
I will be dreaming wonderful
Hmm.
dreams.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, look at that! I get little hearts.
Huh?
I got hearts from someone.
Oh, nice.
But I wouldn't say that you should wait until you're dead to get all the sleep you need, Robert. I think you should really start focusing on sleep now because it is
Well,
again
sleep is when your brain has time to repair itself.
I'm kind of giving my video away in some ways right now because I mean it's a I'm on Monday it's gonna be about nice and sleep.
Yeah.
And so you really should watch it and take note of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Swanson vitamins are good.
Mhm.
Lynn, let me see here. I don't think I have any Swanson, but I don't use any crazy. Uh, I mean they're mostly name brand
Yeah.
supplements. I think. Even though I'm thinking about starting to lower my what supplements I take because I think I take some, and I kind of want to save some money. And I think that I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna find out which ones are still working for me and which ones aren't, and then the ones that aren't, I'm just gonna throw away or not throw away, but I'm just gonna use them until they're done with. But I'm not gonna reorder,
Yeah.
just because I mean I want to start saving some money.
Yeah. Yeah. Supplements can get expensive fast.
Lynn, I don't know if niacin helps with dementia or Alzheimer's.
Mm.
Um, Alzheimer's, it's a completely different mode of how it works. It's the buildup of beta
Yeah.
betaloid uh, plaques in your brain,
Yeah.
which is it's completely different than the process of what happens to us with multiple sclerosis.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
so I don't know if it definitely doesn't correlate, but I don't know if niacin could help with Alzheimer's. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I
If
do know, and one thing that I can tell you is that the reason why you're flushing when you take niacin and you flush, it's because it goes up, it opens up all the capillaries in your blood vessels, and so you're getting increased blood flow, especially up to your brain, and that when that happens, that clears out all that junk that's in our brains,
Yeah.
in specific to the myelin debris, because from our MS attacks, we have all this myelin debris in our heads that are just building up, building up, building up,
Yeah.
and it's preventing our oligodendrocytes from remyelinating because it's the junk's there. It's
Right.
kind of like when you're cleaning your house, when when you have a dirty house, you have to clear all that stuff out first before you start vacuuming and mopping and everything. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna have a hard time cleaning your house.
Yeah. That's true. How much are
Peter,
you taking, Peter?
yeah, Peter, I was just about to say it. How much you taking? Uh, no, no, don't go solely on flushing. As I said, what I did is I started at 100 milligrams, and I didn't flush. I didn't flush. I didn't flush. Then I upped it to 200, and I still didn't flush. I think I didn't start flushing until I got about 400, and then I
Mm-hmm.
flushed. And that first time kind of freaked me out. And I actually have video of that, how I went to the local clinic, uh, about because I didn't know what the flushing was. I just turned red. I was like, "What the hell is this?" And so I went there, and they gave me fluids, and then it died down, and then I was like, "All right, well then they just said just don't take niacin anymore." Well,
Mm-hmm.
I never listened to that advice. I followed it up, and all it is flushing is essentially a very natural process, and it's very. I mean, if you're taking a lot of niacin, you're gonna flush. It's just a matter of what the nature of it is. I mean, all it's doing is it's dilating all your blood vessels, and
Yeah.
so they open up, and it causes an increased blood flow, and that and especially with the capillaries near the skin,
Mm-hmm.
that's what you see with the red flushing. That it's just your capillaries with the added blood flow, which
Right.
you could say, oh, that's a bad thing. No, it actually is the best thing, because it is clearing out all the junk, and it's giving your brain ample blood supply,
Yeah.
and making sure that all your capillaries are pumping tons of blood up to your brain. And I mean, in the end, your brain relies on blood and the nutrients in the blood
Right.
to remyelinate.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
unless you're taking lots of niacin and you're flushing, yeah, it's no surprise you're not going to see any benefit if
Right.
you're not getting blood flow up to your head.
Right.
All right, nice seeing you,
Have a
Robert.
good day, Robert. Thanks for joining us for the time you could.
Lynn, you said you can relate to that. Well, what can you relate to?
Well, that's my mom. She did take niacin years ago. We both
Oh,
kind of
oh,
experimented with
okay,
it.
okay. Lynn
Yeah.
is your mom. Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I knew your mom was
Yeah.
coming. I
She's
didn't
here.
know Lynn was your mom. Okay,
Yeah. And she's
yes.
very tiny, and she took a pretty big dose of it, and she came out of one of the rooms at my house, and she's like, I feel like I'm on fire. And her whole body looked bright red.
Yeah,
So she got a little panicky because we neither one of us knew it would do that.
yeah.
So
No, no. Honestly, I was the same way. That's why I went to the ER that
yeah,
day. Like, I flushed. I was like, what the hell is this? It's
yeah,
crazy. So, like, I went there, and then they pumped me full of IV flu. I think it was just saline they were giving me.
yeah,
It just, it's kind of like drinking a lot of water.
right,
And when I was leaving, the guy said, make sure not to take more niacin. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't listen to him. I mean, he
right,
was a nice guy, but I mean, I had a feeling that I wanted to investigate why this was why I
yeah,
flushed and not
right,
like just like think, oh, well, that just I can never let that happen. I mean, it was harmless. I
yeah,
didn't it didn't cause any negative effects. It
right,
was just was red for a little while.
right.
But no, I mean, just for instance, this morning I turned boom bright red,
Yeah,
and I actually enjoy it now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
Peter, I know about Ampera. It's been around pretty much the entire time I've had MS. Ampera is a medication for MS. It works. It's old now. I think it's like 18 years old or something like that. I think actually it might have come out right when I was being diagnosed 20 years
Is
ago.
is
So
that the one that's supposed to help you walk better?
they said that yes, but
Yeah, I
that
haven't
kind of
tried it.
yeah, no, the thing is that they said it would walk better. And in my early days of MS, I was like, that was my first symptoms was walking difficulty. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this Ampera and it's gonna help me walk better. Well, first of all, I don't know if it does, but in the end, it's really not all that great of a I shouldn't say great. It's not that powerful,
Right.
and you take it once a week, and but I mean, back when I was diagnosed, there were just three medications: Betaseron, which was the one I was taking, Ampera, and then there was another one. And I used to
Mm,
think that I wanted to be on Ampera because it was once a week, whereas beta serum which was what I was taking was every other day. So I was like, oh, I want to limit it to once a week. But my neurologist said it didn't. I was not right for it. So I've never taken that.
yeah,
Okay, okay, I was talking to DC Cat about your bladder issues because
yeah,
I am an expert at bladder issues. I've had
yeah,
them. I, had, I think I started a few years after I was diagnosed, and uh, think I must have gotten. I started having them in probably 2008, 2009, and they were the bane of my entire 30s. I was always running to the bathroom. Well, not running. I was walking as fast as I could with my quad cane to the bathroom, and I made sure to limit my fluids, which wasn't a good thing. It's not a good thing to artificially limit your fluids just because you don't want to have to go to the bathroom,
right,
which doesn't really work in the end because in the end, you're gonna your body is going to suffer by you not drinking enough water. So, um, but I can tell you, and this is why I'm so anxious for all you guys to follow me. And I think Angela is following me in this aspect,
yeah,
where each all of her symptoms are starting to go down.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. And my bladder issues have resolved a lot. It's
yeah,
not perfect, but I do go less, and I can. I don't have to jump up immediately once I feel a sensation of having to go. I
Yeah.
can go a little slower to get there than I
Yeah.
did.
I
In
can
the
honestly tell
beginning,
you,
that was a nightmare.
for me in the past few years, I would say definitely by I think 2021 was a it was a big turning point. 2021 I was 40, so since then I've been slowly getting better. But I would say definitely now I never have to worry about my fluid intake.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I know that's, I hate giving that, I hate telling that to you guys because I know you guys are looking to me for advice, and I don't want to come across flaunting the fact that all my bladder issues are gone. I'm just saying that I'm just telling you because I know I'm leading the way. I'm
Right.
telling you because you will get to where I am, where body issues are not a problem anymore.
Yeah.
And it's
That and
hard,
heat
I know.
sensitivity, there's several of the symptoms that resolve.
Yes. Heat sensitivity is gone.
Yeah.
All my symptoms are gone. I mean, now I was actually making in this latest video. Actually, there was a section where I talked about fatigue.
Hmm.
And I don't think I worded it right how I wanted to say it in the video, but I don't want to go back and refilm it, that section. So I'm just
Yeah.
gonna leave it. But I mean, fatigue for me, I said I don't suffer from it anymore. But that's not
Right.
even the case. I don't even, it doesn't even cross my mind that fatigue I used to suffer from it, you know? It's
Yeah.
funny how it is, you know, all of my MS symptoms, they are long, long gone.
Yeah.
And
And that's awesome.
this is why I'm so anxious for you guys to follow me because I know that I'm just gonna let you guys recover. I mean, it takes time, but
Yeah.
it's I'm just so excited for you guys. I mean, this is why I love Angela. It's because like she's been following me for a few years now, and
Yeah. 4
she's
years.
recovering. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's recovering,
Yeah.
and this is why I'm so excited to talk to her. And we have a guy I talk to on Wednesdays. His name's Todd, who has primary progressive MS, and he's recovering. Uh, and so I'm just these two people, Angela and Todd. They snap something in my head. I'm like, okay, I'm onto something here.
Yeah.
And so I know everyone who's watching me, I know right now you feel hopeless, or you might feel hopeless, or you might feel like there's
Or frustrated. Yeah.
frustrated and you want to give up. But if anything, you do not want to give up. You
No.
want to push yourself harder because
Yeah.
this is you're on your way.
Yeah. Now let's go back. Caroline, if she's still here, she asked how long that we turn red with the niacin in general. I'd say depends on how much you take. It can be like if you're on a real low dose, it can be just a few minutes. Or if you're on a high dose, it can take up to half an hour, 45 minutes, where you're slightly uncomfortable with the flushing
Yeah,
and bright red. Bright
yeah.
red like a lobster.
This morning when I took two 500 2 500 milligrams and four 100 milligrams. So that's 1,400 in total. Uh, I I I can't tell you because I don't sit there and watch in the mirror like everything, but I would say yeah, about an hour. That sounds about right. But
The more you take, the longer it'll be in your system.
the more you take, the longer you'll be in your system, and also if you got to make sure to drink lots of water because uh, niacin is a B vitamin, vitamin B3, and the B vitamins are water soluble. So the more fluids you drink, the better you'll be able to get flow through your system, and that's what you want. You want to get a lot of fluid running around in your system, It's not it won't build up in your fat cells or anything like other vitamins like vitamin D does.
Right.
Uh, it will flush out. I
Yeah.
mean, but it will when I say flush out, you'll pee it out in an hour or two. But the more you drink, the better you're gonna feel, and the less flushing you'll actually get.
Yeah.
Imagine, yeah, DC cat. I used to take Imagine for fatigue as well, but that was of course 10 years ago, um,
Yeah.
and it helped a little bit. I would say if I if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't necessarily change what I'm on to now, but so there are some things um, that didn't really come to fruition like I had hoped they would. Like one thing was the Mantinon. It never really. I mean, it helped a little bit, but it never got a whole lot. Didn't really relieve my fatigue. But if it works for you, then that's great.
Mm.
I never heard mint tea help with
Yeah, I haven't heard
spastic.
that because tea actually, I've had to cut back on all kinds of tea because that definitely overstimulates my bladder. But
Yeah,
like they say, every single person's different. What works for one might not work for another.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
that's great if mint tea is helping with your bladder, DC cat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, mint tea actually probably is better because it
There's
has
no
no caffeine
caffeine.
in it,
Right. Yeah.
and
Exactly.
that's my only beef with like black tea is it has
Hmm.
caffeine in it, just
Right.
natural caffeine. But as long as you don't take just caffeine, anything, then
Right.
you're good in my book. Because
Right.
that's the one thing that I'm probably gonna be cursed by every MSP person out there who says that their fatigue is so bad if they don't have caffeine, but caffeine is holding you back from recovering.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off. It's like, do you want caffeine or do you want to recover? I mean,
Right.
you can spend your whole life with all your MS symptoms, and
Yeah.
you and you can drink all the caffeine you want, but you're never gonna really fully remotivate without it
Mhm.
or with
Right.
it, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of those energy drinks can do more damage than you
Oh,
can
energy.
imagine.
I'm saying caffeine. I was saying like coffee, or
Right. Yeah.
like
Yeah. Don't
black
venture
tea.
into those
Yeah,
high caffeinated beverages.
those teas are tea with caffeine in it is not good. Coffee with caffeine in it is not good, but especially not energy drinks because that has
No.
sugar and a whole bunch of other stuff that
Yeah.
not good at all.
And it can
So
lead to brain aneurysms, they're discovering.
you know what? I'm not surprised. I'm
Yeah.
not surprised.
Yeah. Well, does anybody have any other questions?
And
So we've
we've
got
been going
10
for
people still here.
I see 7.
So, yeah, now it's dropped to 8.
Oh, 9. Wow.
Okay.
Now I'm getting
Fluctuating.
inflow.
Yeah.
So does anyone else have questions?
Yeah.
I want to answer as many questions as I can.
Yeah.
But if everyone's just sitting around nothing, then we can just hold off until next week. I think Angela, I like this time. Do you like this time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
Well.
If there's no more questions, we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
as always, everyone, I enjoyed seeing everyone here. I'm getting my regulars. We have DC Cat, we
Yep.
have
Caroline and
Caroline,
Peter
sure,
and Robert, but
Peter,
Robert's already gone.
yeah, Robert just left.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting a regular, so I'm enjoying all of you, and
Yeah.
I am really really anxious to see how you guys handle this coming week, and I'll
Yeah.
talk to you on Saturday. All right?
Yeah. Let us know next time what you've tried and what's working and what you feel
Yeah,
is working. That'd be
yeah.
great.
And tell me about your nights and adventures, please.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Oh yeah, no. DC, yeah, the herbal teas, but they don't have caffeine in them, so
No.
they're fine. I have no problem with teas, as
Yeah.
long as it doesn't have caffeine in it. So yeah. All right. Well, until next week, guys. It was enjoyable,
Yeah.
and I'll talk
Yeah.
to you next week. All right.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye, everybody. Have a great
Bye.
week.